I first crossed paths with Isabella when I was 24, not in my early 20s as many might assume. After finishing college, I found work as a legal assistant in a construction firm, while Isabella was employed as a nurse in a modest local hospital. Our circles overlapped through mutual friends, and from that chance meeting, a whirlwind romance began. 6 months later, we were married. In the beginning, we moved in with my mother, sharing her humble 3-bedroom apartment. Not long after, our first child, Tony, was born. 2 years later, our daughter Harper came into the world. Those early years were loud, hectic, and unforgettable, filled with sleepless nights, endless expenses, and just enough love to hold us together. Jobs were scarce, money was tighter still, and Isabella's nursing salary barely covered essentials. Somehow we scraped by. Then an old classmate reached out with a job offer. He had started a small company that specialized in custom woodwork, baths, furniture, and renovations. He needed help, and the pay was fair. I seized the opportunity. Over time, as the years rolled forward and the new millennium began, business grew stronger. Eventually, my classmate offered to sell me the company outright, and I didn't hesitate. That decision turned the tide of our lives. With a steadier income, Isabella left nursing, went back to school, and earned her license as a cosmetologist. I bought her a small space where she opened a cozy beauty salon. Our children grew quickly. Tony graduated university and eventually found a career abroad, while Harper pursued foreign languages and married a man who, by a twist of fate, came to work for me. Their lives blossomed, blessing us with a grandson and later a granddaughter. Everything appeared steady, almost idyllic. My son-in-law proved himself responsible and trustworthy, qualities that made me think seriously about passing the business on to him. After decades of grinding work, I was weary. My dream was simple: a quiet life in the countryside, tending a garden and enjoying time with my grandchildren. But Isabella's vision of retirement was nothing like mine. At 54, I longed to slow down, yet she seemed to gather more energy with every year. Reinventing herself constantly, she chased youth with relentless determination. I remained healthy, exercising and living moderately, but she was consumed with beauty treatments, procedures, and the thrill of experiences she had once been denied. My dream of quiet family life meant nothing to her. Still, I respected her wishes. I even agreed to renovate our country home. Isabella hired a designer, showed me the plans, and the work began. 3 months later, my accountant presented me with an outrageous bill. Stunned, I phoned Isabella. "Don't you think this designer's fee is excessive for the work done? Did you hire the most expensive one in the city?" I asked, struggling to contain my frustration. "The job isn't finished, and besides, he's the best," she snapped, her tone daring me to argue. "I don't care how smooth he talks or how stylish he looks," I replied, voice tight. "Paying the crew directly would have cost less." "If you don't like it, you should have handled it yourself," she shot back before slamming the phone down. Our marriage had grown strained. She was always away, studying, working, chasing distractions, while I carried the burden of our children, our home, and the business. That summer, Harper, my son-in-law, and I decided to spend time at the country house. For security, I installed cameras and remote access, wanting peace of mind. A few days later, from my office computer, I checked the live feed. What I saw froze me. Isabella was there, laughing and talking with the young designer. Far more often than professional work required. They smiled, lingered close, sharing moments that betrayed more than a working relationship. She had no idea I was watching. He was barely 30, half her age, and the truth hit me like a stone. When I confronted her, I kept my voice calm but firm. At first she denied it. But once I showed her the footage, denial became impossible. "We love each other," she whispered at last, eyes low, shame in her voice. "He's the love of my life." Her words sank into me with a bitter weight. Perhaps it's not that women are foolish by nature, but that sometimes their hearts blind them to reality. Soon after, I moved permanently to the countryside. Still working but slowly handing responsibility to my son-in-law. He proved himself capable, running the company with honesty and skill. Meanwhile, Isabella's designer bled her dry, spending freely, living lavishly, surrounding himself with younger women, all while pretending loyalty to her. Then a month ago, Harper gave me the news. Dad, she said quietly, he left. Mom's designer found someone richer. She's pregnant, the daughter of a politician. Mom cried. Said she regrets everything, but she's too ashamed to reach out. Her words stirred nothing in me. I had already let go. Today, I live outside the city, working at my own pace. The business now rests safely in my son-in-law's capable hands. Isabella and her turmoil are no longer mine to carry. The children must find their own balance with their mother, but that's their choice, not my responsibility. My life is quieter now, simpler. And in that simplicity, I've found the peace I once longed for, rooted in my home, my family, and the freedom to finally live without chaos.